I signed up for Please Accept Me for Who I Am to learn more about disabilities and to learn to be non-judgmental. I have always had an interest and loved working with people who have disabilities. Throughout this semester, I have had the opportunity to meet some amazing and inspiring people. I have learned so much that I plan to carry with me throughout my life. One of the most important things that I have learned is that a disability does not define a person. One of the first opportunities the FYS classes had was the Stop Hunger Now event. A few classes and myself went to this. This was the first event I experienced with our FYS class. Although it had nothing to do with disabilities, it was an experience I was happy to participate in. I loved being able to give back. One of the best experiences I have had in this class was the red carpet prom. Going into it, I had no idea what to expect. We had a great group of girls go to this event. We were all very excited for what was in store. Everyone went in with great attitudes, and I knew it would be a great night. Once we got to the event, we all stood outside waiting for people to arrive. I watched as this boy jumped out of the bus and ran inside with excitement. I knew at that moment he was someone I wanted to get to know throughout the night. The boy's name was Jake. I spent most of my night with Jake. We danced together for a majority of the night. He loved to dance. Not once did I see him sitting around. I would ask him, "Show me a cool dance move," and he would fall to the floor and bust down break dancing. Jake was a very sweet guy, and I am glad I had the opportunity to spend that evening with him. The red carpet prom was one of the best experiences I have ever had. My perception on people with disabilities completely changed. The best part of the night was seeing everyone come together. People with and without disabilities enjoyed themselves. People with disabilities deserve to feel like everyone else, and that is the purpose of this night. Nobody with a disability was pointed out or judged. Jake's parents came up to me at the end of the night and thanked me. Going to prom was such a small thing for me to do, but it made all of the difference to Jake. People with disabilities deserve more opportunities like this. They deserve to feel like everyone else and to be treated equally. One thing that I have learned that has really influenced me is the idea of first-person language. First-person language is a way of recognizing someone by who they are, not their disability. This approach makes them feel like they are more than their disability. Instead of saying a disabled person, you should say a person with a disability. A disability does not define a person, and it is important to recognize that. Throughout the semester, we have had many guest speakers. Some of the guest speakers include parents of children who are disabled, a veteran who was disabled, and Sprout Film Festival for the Love of Dogs. Every guest speaker we have had has made a point of including people with disabilities. They wanted us to make sure that we don't treat people with disabilities differently than anybody else. Please Accept Me for Who I Am has really changed my perception on disabilities. I've learned so much that has opened up my eyes to a new world. I am looking into changing my double major from early childhood education to dance therapy. Dance has always been a love and passion of mine. Being able to share that passion with people who have disabilities would be amazing. My responsibility is to educate those around me about disabilities. I need to make sure that others know that a disability does not define a person. People with disabilities can do a lot more than we think. I also find it important to tell people about first-person language. I think it is important to recognize a person who is disabled as a person, not as their disability. My goal of working towards becoming a dance therapist leads me to a new responsibility. Dance is a way for me to express myself, and it can be beneficial for people who have disabilities in the same way. I plan to help people with disabilities learn to express themselves through movement.